Alright, this is Rag Boy. This is my good friend Darby O'Gill. I'm sorry, Chris Martinez with me here. And we're going to do something kind of fun. But before we get started, RJ, you ready? Go. Okay, so you can hear pumps. I'm going to talk loud in case you can hear that. We got one pump emptying. Now, if you look over here, Maddie, go ahead and kind of look down. The sack is already going down. It was full just a second ago. Regular side, 1,500 pounds. Now look on this side, and it's empty. And you can see we're emptying out the regular side over here. Now, what we got going on here is you saw that we were sending the 24 VE to Wake Makers to get a special system. The system is in. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So what we have running now, we have 4 pumps running right now, okay? We have one pump that is emptying the regular out the side, which is what you hear peeing. We have another pump, a tsunami pump, that's in the back of the boat, all automated, filling the goofy side. We have another pump that is running between the regular and the goofy side that's pumping water from the regular into the goofy bag. Then we have a third pump. It's not a tsunami, it's a Johnson reversible pump hooked to the bottom of the boat, and it's pumping water in to the goofy side. So that's 3 pumps going to the goofy side. I believe at over 400 pounds a minute. And let's see, we're at 1 minute 30 seconds. And this thing's gonna, it's amazing, Chris. But the main thing is the wake. Chris, you rode the wake yesterday. Yes. What was that like?
It's fast. It's got so much speed that you find yourself, you got to put yourself on the brakes quite a bit.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, like Maddie was riding it yesterday, and we'll show you the video where Maddie was riding it, and she's like, "Dad, I can't slow down." She was trying to go to the back of the wake, and she couldn't. It had so much power that we had to teach her how to do a wheelie on the board so that she could go to the back of the wake. And we've already shown you some of the video, but we're going to show you more video after we do this little demonstration. And as you can see, Chris is going from leprechaun to normal here. As you watch, we are swapping, and then pretty soon I'm going to be, well, maybe not quite a leprechaun. I don't think there are ever leprechauns this big. But you can actually, it's transferring so fast that you can visibly watch the boat list over to me. It's amazing. And the length we're getting out of the wake too, it's longer than any wake. The RZ2, when we weighted it with 800 pounds in the front, about 1,200 pounds or so in the back. Great wake, nice and long, powerful, but it's dwarfed by this wake. This wake is not only very powerful, but extremely long. So we're just having a blast, and Wake Makers has done an excellent job. We still have some tweaks to do. Wake Makers is coming out with a special OEM wiring harness that's going to make the connections to the pumps even more rock solid. We've had a couple come loose, and that's being resolved. So they're taking, you know, they've done such a great job of helping us as we found little issues and resolving them. But this exceeds our expectations. Look at this, Maddie, show over here. We're almost full here, and Chris, you got to tell us when it starts emptying, when the bag starts venting out that side. We're at 3 minutes and 32 seconds right now, and of course RJ will have a timer right here on the bottom so you can see what's going on. But we're getting close. This thing's almost full, and you can see by the list. Dude, amazing. Now, why didn't we ever do this in the RZ2? I'll tell you why. Remember all the criteria we had in the RZ2? We wanted the sacks all put away. We want a safe amount of weight. We only want to go to the rub rail, yet still have a great wake. And we achieved that on the RZ2. The fill times in the RZ2 are about 15 minutes on each side. That didn't bother us because we just, you know, flipped it on, went swimming for a little while, and then, you know, then we'd surf, and then we'd switch one time during the day and went over. The reason why we're doing this on the VE, and the reason why we're willing to weight this thing more to get the best possible wake, is we're building a contest boat. That's been the goal from the start. It's been kind of a dream that Dennis and I have had. And what, are we leaking? We're leaking. That's 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go from regular to goofy. And we did this test earlier with the motor running, and it was 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So you can actually take about 45 seconds off of that when the motor's running. You get a little more voltage, about 2 more volts, so it runs even faster. So you can look over here. This sack just has to empty just a little bit. And look over here. RJ already shut off the pump. We are bursting at the seams. And there you go. The other pump just finished emptying. We are at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Complete side-to-side transfer under 5 minutes with the motor off. That is amazing. Chris, have you ever seen anything like that?
Nothing. And you're getting shorter.
What's that?
And you're getting shorter.
Look, me and Chris are the same height. It's absolutely amazing. We also have a front ballast. It's a 400-pound horseshoe sack. It fills in 2 minutes. Just 1 pump. Everything is automated. We got 5 switches. It's amazing. So going back, Dennis and I kind of had this dream going back, and we talked in 2009, and it was that we want to have a contest boat that you can actually switch from side to side, so you don't have to have 2 boats. I get a lot of emails about contests in different parts of the country. We're going to try to find a way to help, at least in the western United States. I don't know how we're going to go farther, but we're going to keep working on this. We have all the insurance and everything just like a dealer would have for their boats. Wake9 has that. We want to help you with rules. We want to help you with, we're going to have this boat set up with cameras permanently mounted, antennas, all the broadcasting equipment, so that basically you have an event. Wake9 is going to help supply you with the boat, with the broadcast stuff to get you from ship to shore. You just need to, have a TV and a few other things. We'll show you how to do it, and you're going to have to supply some type of an insurance waiver. But we're not going to charge for this stuff. We want to help get grassroots events started everywhere. Get amateurs wake surfing and really get this sport moving to another level. We're going to have a lot of fun doing that. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast. So anyway, if you're a transport company and you want to help sponsor it, let me know, because we got to get this boat around. Wake9 has gone to a lot of expense to get this done, but we really want to see these grassroots wake surf events just start popping up. And we're going to do everything we can to help, including to help supply a world-class wake. 4.5 minutes side to side. So get a hold of me. Let's see what we can do, and let's finish off showing some great video of the wake and how amazing we've had it the last couple days. Chris, you said it's about the best wake you've ever been on. Is that about right?
Yeah, and it's super long too. It's amazing how far you can get back there.
Yeah, you just go way.
And if you want to catch up, just put the foot down a little bit. You catch right up, and then you got to get on the brakes.
Yeah, you got to remember to get on the brakes. That's the only thing. We're probably going to have to start wearing helmets again. Anyway, surf safe. Check out the video that we're going to show you of the wake these last few days. Amazing. Check out Dennis at 280 pounds riding his normal goofy side and riding backside. And he's going way back and catching up at 280 pounds. Anyway, stay tuned. A lot coming from Wake9. So now the wave, look how long it is, and you can see RJ, he does a little grab there, and he just is loving the length mainly. Not only was the wave longer and allowed them to recover more, but the shape, they all really loved it. Here's RJ riding backside. You can see how far back he goes. He can't pump backside, so he just can cruise back there. You can see how far back he goes. Dennis, same thing, riding backside. Now, the GoPro has a wide angle lens, so it does make it look longer, but it was at least 25, 30 feet back there, and compared to the RZ2, it was definitely longer. Chris has not landed a 360 yet, but he got closer than I've ever seen him. Thomas just rides a ridiculously long way back, but here comes Jessie. You can't see her face, but she goes, "Look at the wake." It was just huge. Almost nails that 360. We were having fun with how far down the boat was underwater. You could just walk onto it. Maddie was finally able to really get some good lip slides. And like I said, you can see RJ, he even when he kind of flubs his 360, it's no problem. He can just come right back and throw another one. Felt like we were saving gas because we didn't have to turn around and pick people up half the time because they could just recover. Now RJ gets some amazing air here. I've never seen him get air this big. Here we go, slow motion. This is comparable to what I've seen from some of the pros. I mean, look at how high he gets. RJ said the wake at that day was just launching him. Here's Dennis, and he's not riding his own board, he's riding the shorter board. This is Chris's board, and you can see he still can go very far back. Granted, he's almost burying the nose, but he's riding that shorter, smaller board, and he can still ride it. Now, Chris Martinez has ridden on the RZ2 before, and not only did he like the fact that this wake was much longer, it wasn't so much that it was taller, but he really loved the shape. He just said, more than anything, it was his favorite wake he's ever ridden. The shape, the length, and the power. So much power that he had to do wheelies to back up. RJ again, he can flub a 360, just come from behind and just do it again. Now this was cool, look at how far back he can launch. He could launch at there was like 8 feet of lift that RJ could launch from. He can launch from like 3 different places without a problem. Here's our buddy Dennis, cruising at the back of the wave again, 280 pounds, just sitting back there chilling. Now Thomas goes way back here. Look at this. We kinked the boat just a little, but this is another example how Thomas usually falls out and we have to constantly turn around and pick him up. And Thomas only fell 2 or 3 times in like an hour session.
So being only my second season now, that this wave has got so much push that it's given me so much confidence. I can come down and I can make a big old carve and get right back in the wake, and I don't even worry about blowing out the back now. It's just got so much push to it.
That's awesome.